I did a photo shoot for Trace magazine for Women Who Rule. That's what the
Black Girls Rule.
Oh, it's called Black Girls Rule.
Black Girls Rule.
Oh, Black Girls Rule. It's called Black Girls Rule, and I did I'm one of the black girls who they think rule. So.
You think black girls rule?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact.
Really?
I was gonna try to find a diplomatic answer, but I think black girls rule.
I don't know if diplomats I don't even know if it's necessary. I think
everybody rules in their own way, but black girls, we have a special thing.
So it's been 3 years since we've really seen a project. What's been going on in those last 3 years? What's been happening?
I've been living.
What's been going on in your life? What's happening?
Living and learning, and after my last album, I toured for about a year. Then I took time to just live, and I was in a relationship and I was learning a lot. I got a house, learning a lot about that. I got just get myself together because everything happened so fast. I was just like frazzled and just trying to hang on. But I wanted to take time to back down, get myself together.
Do you feel because of your success that you're more separated from your original fans and your core base of people and supporters?
I think I just have other kinds of fans. Like before, every fan was my friend. Like I knew all of them, we all knew each other, and they'd be like, play this. And we'd be at a show and they'd be like, play India song, and they just yell stuff out. And I'm like, okay, because we were actually knew each other, we were relating to each other as people. Now I have people who don't know me at all, but they treat me like they know me, and that's strange.
Is it a happy album or a sad album? A little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both, but that's how relationships are. But I didn't know that before I wrote this album. I was really dealing off of my ideals about relationships and talking about what I wanted and singing affirmations, and which is where I was at the time. And now that I've actually been in a relationship that I really tried to make work, that I was really committed to, that my heart was, there's this saying by the poet Rumi that your heart is cracked open. Instead of being broken, it's cracked open and all the beautiful stuff can come out. And I feel like my heart was cracked open. But I'm singing about the reality. There's stuff that's melancholy, there's stuff that's angry, there's stuff that's, like sad. There's stuff that's happy stuff because it's life and relationship, and life songs to me are what I really love to do, like sing about those things that are part of everyday life, but you don't really think that it could actually be a song. I like to sing about those things too.
Shaving your head, it's a gutsy move. And
that's the perfect word.
Very much so. I'm just getting probably to the point in my life where I'm comfortable enough in my own skin to date a powerful black woman, because dating a powerful black woman it's a task. It takes a lot out of you. What is it like? How do people respond to you being so strong like that? Do you feel like you turn people off because of your strength?
Let's go back just a little bit about what I have been doing over the past 3 years. A lot of it was a whole lot of emotional work where I spent a lot of time writing and praying and really diving into myself and understanding who I am, the things that I want to get rid of, the things that I want to keep, the things that I want to grow into. And a lot of that, and I didn't know this about myself, but a lot of that was about me going way out of my way to make sure that I was whatever the person I was talking to at the moment wanted me to be. Other than finding that space where there's a space of authenticity inside of all of us that can live in every moment. Like, we don't really actually have to switch it up that much all the time. But I didn't understand how to just be authentic and calm, have a calmness. And okay, so I'm talking to you, and I can talk to the next person and still be me, still be me. But I didn't know that I did that thing where I was like, I'll be over here in yellow, and over here I'd be orange, and over here I'd be black, and over here I'd be, all these different things. And I realized that all that stemmed from me not being comfortable with saying, okay, some people like me, some people don't like me. I wasn't comfortable with that.
It's hard.
I know, but you know what? I have found. I don't know if it'll be the same for you. But what I have found is that when it's okay for me that some people like me and some people don't, I feel more at ease in life in general. So when I think about being intimidating, my strength being intimidating to some men or whatever, I want to be who I want to be, and I want to have whoever's in my life who is meant for me is going to help me to be better and help me to amplify all the things I am, instead of me having to squash this down and squash this down and squash this down so we can get along, and then we can be like this after I go like this.
Exactly, but then you're gone.
Right, then I'm gone.
That's not out.
So, and I'm sure, of course.
Nah, it's tough not to compromise yourself, You gotta, it's like you gotta reach in and find.
Because you wonder if you're ever gonna meet another person like that person or whatever, and I might just be young and feeling like nothing could ever go wrong, but I just would much rather be myself. And if it's intimidating, or some people don't like it, or some people don't like bald, or some people don't like this, or some people don't like the fact that I have extensions, or that I have on jeans, or that I said no, or that I said yeah.
Could you see yourself going back to the bald look?
Yeah, I think about that all the time. People ask me if I miss my locks, and I'm always like, no. I don't even have to think about that, but I miss the ball.
How much? So, do you anticipate going back anytime soon?
It could happen at any moment.
You worked with Swiss Beats and Akon for the remix of the single. Who else can we expect on the album?
Well, it's funny. Going back to the whole authenticity conversation.
Yeah. And labels it authentic. Let's talk.
Well, my whole thing this time was to do everything that I really wanted to do musically. Not that my other albums are not a true representation of what I wanted to do, but I kind of, did things to make it more accessible, and, which I don't, it was fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Should we be scared, or?
Well, no.
Do you listen to your own music? No.
I mean, when I'm in the process of creating it. But after the fact, like, my albums are so emotional for me that I'm like, sometimes I'll be in a friend's car and they'll put on a song or something, and I'll just start crying, like, turn it off, I can't take it.
What's your process like? Is it like music and track first, or do you start writing first, or is it kind of hodgepodge of both?
It's both, but the song writing is the most pivotal component.
What's your favorite track for the album?
Well, it depends on the day. Yeah. But today, I really like this song I have called Good Morning. Good Morning, yeah. And in my mind, this song is, you see this, it starts with you breaking up with this person that you thought you were going to marry. Period. You thought you were going to be together, period. You thought you were going to get married.
It's that person. It's definitely the person.
Right? Everybody has that one person that happens first if they don't get married. And so it starts, you wake up that morning, and then every verse is you're waking up another morning, and another morning, and another morning, until you finally get to the end where you're like, well, I'm sad about this, but it's okay to be sad about this. Like that. Yeah. And I like that song for that reason. And the music and the lyrics everything is telling the story. The music has sounds, and the lyrics, and it's just all these sounds and shapes.
I'm getting excited right now. I wish we could toast to the record right now.
Maybe one day.
Go out and cop it. So, are you working on a tour right now? Are you gonna be able to reach the people on the tour? Or any of that in progress? Or?
Touring is what I live for. Like, this whole album thing is so much hard work for me because it's not what I love to do. Yeah. But touring, yeah, and I don't know where I'm gonna be, or we don't have a schedule yet, but I'm gonna be on tour. I'm about to go.
Your mom plays an intricate role in your career. I know I see her out there sewing, and she's out there. I think she had some cookies and everything earlier as well. Out there making it happen. Yeah. What's it like being out there with your mom? That's beautiful. What's it like being with your mom?
She helps me to. I mean, she helps me just by being that grounding force. Like, she's there. She's my other eyes and ears. You need somebody to watch your back.
So if I walked over to you when you was out there doing a photo shoot and was trying to get your number, is your mom gonna come grab me, or how would that work out?
Oh yeah.
It would be a problem.
Yeah.
Any dudes that come and try to, it's a
problem. Well, wait. Let's be realistic.
Okay.
If she saw me and I looked like I was interested in the dude, then she'll be on the side like watching. She just watch. But if it's somebody and she see me like with this right here, she's like, oh, we're doing a photo shoot here. Okay, he's busy.
That's good you have that around though.
But what I love about working with my mother is that I'm able to, because as you probably are gathered from this conversation, I'm really, my whole, how can I say, the ideal for me artistically is to be able to express myself. Like, I want to express who I am. Other than that, it's not worth it. I want to talk about my experiences and all that. When working with my mother, having her do my clothes, it's just like somebody reaching down into my heart and saying, what do you want to wear? Shoot. And I always look outside, like, how I want to look. And if I say, like, and I love colors, so I might feel yellow. I need something yellow, Mom. And then I have yellow. Mom, I need red. I'll have red. And Mom was going through a whole white phase. I want everything to be white for the 6 months, and I have white. And all varieties of white and all varieties of, and I can be backstage at BET. Oh, I forgot I wore this on another show. Yeah. Let's put a little thing right here. Let's sew an applique on the front. We can do that right backstage. Yeah. Right, you gotta coordinate. My mother helps me to coordinate my emotions with my clothes, and it's like a gift. How many people have a personal Prince? I mean, I'm nowhere near Prince's level, but I have that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love it. The music that I make is my spiritual work. So I actually offer this music up as a way to, and I pray the intention that each song will touch whoever it needs to touch in exactly the way that they need, right? So, and I don't do a lot of going to schools. I want to do more of that now that I've got my energy levels and stuff under control. I'm not so frazzled and so fried and everything. But I don't do a lot of going to schools and lecturing and stuff because I feel like what I really want to do socially is in the music. And I am very, I spend a lot of time putting those intentions into the work. It's not something that is like a second thought. Like, this is actually what I'm striving to do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, of course.
So, the second half of that is when I'm in that space where I'm really tapped into a higher wisdom, I know for a fact that that is coming through me. Like, I'm asking, okay, God, show me how to speak to these people, or use me. How can you use me? That's that. Me in my everyday life, yeah, I'm not the perfect daughter. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mother have our moments and we're all the way like, she's like, I saw that. The whole thing. I saw you roll your eyes, and we have the whole thing that goes on. But, I am doing my best to be the best person that I can be.
Speak through the music, let it talk now.
And the music also speaks to me. Like, it heals me when it can sit back and say, man, that's why I can't listen to it a lot. Yeah. Because it's emotional. Like, I go back to that place where I was crying when I wrote it. I go there. And so, but
God is he works in mysterious ways. He's lucky he gave a voice to you, because I'll be using the voice for evil.
Oh, shut up.
I'll be wilding. Out there on the streets, wilding, using the voice to my cause.
But I don't think if I was a photographer or a clothing designer or whatever I ended up being, I think that I would still be a person who want to put healing intentions into whatever I do. And I don't, if anything, if that's what I like to share with young people. Like, you could actually, whatever you do, you could be a teacher and still put that energy into it. You could be a barber and still imbue your work with a divine love energy or whatever. You can imbue whatever you want. You can say, I want this to make people smile. Bam, put it in there. I want this to make people dance. Put it in there. I want this to make people think. You can put anything into your work that you want, any attention. And that's what I like to share with young people more than anything, because I don't think that I'm the ideal